Got it.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. We are here. We're back. My name is Rachel, Treehouse Fiber Arts.
My name is Sue, Knit 24, Legacy Fiber Arts.
Welcome to Floss Toss.
Do we even know the number?
No, we're in the 60s and we
Okay.
haven't been around. We took a nice, we've been really busy, both of us, this summer, and we've been around on Instagram and other places, but we haven't been here on this channel on Floss Toss in a while. And we've had a great summer and we're happy and excited to be back.
We are. We are. I know. I don't think I've ever been able to since we started our business, our yarn dyeing business. Like summers are busy for yarn dyers, like super busy. So to not work most of the summer is crazy.
Yeah. Well, you have a reason why you paused, and a lot of you may already know this, but go ahead, Sue.
I know it's so funny because we were just doing like, let's see like where we left off. And that was at the beginning. Like, I don't even
Yes.
know 3 months ago if we had started looking yet or how we should have gone back and listened a little, but we have no idea. But the house is sold. We bought another house. We are moving in 2 weeks. We will be in Vermont 2 weeks from today. And 2 weeks from tomorrow, we will be closing on our house, which is
Yeah.
amazing. And it was grueling to say the least. Looking back, it doesn't seem as bad as it was during. But the leaving the house for showings and then running to Vermont twice a week, up and back the same day, looking for a house, which was incredibly discouraging. I never thought I was going to actually be buying a house there. It was like, what did I say? Oh, it's like being 9 months pregnant for the rest of your life. You never think, like I remember with all of my kids, I thought I'm never really going to have this baby. It's just gonna, and that's what this felt like. I'm never really going to find a house. I'm just going to keep looking. And so there's the logistics of, well, this house has to sell to buy a house there, or we have to be at least far along in the process. And there was a couple glitches, but we landed on a beautiful farmhouse, 1890s with a barn. And
Uh-huh.
I always hesitate to say a barn because it's not a traditional barn. What kind of barn would you call that?
A studio and storage barn, a clean
Yeah.
barn.
Yeah, it's not like when you look out in a field and you see a barn, like
No,
a tobacco barn. Around here we have tobacco barns.
right.
So, but it's big. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh God, I can't wait to be in the barn because of my issues with creatures that I'm just like petrified. So at this moment, I've taken over when we get there 90% of the house and Dave gets the barn. He's kind of claiming the barn for his own. It's a huge barn. Like there's
Mhm.
three huge spaces in it. It's long and narrow. So eventually, if the business could afford it, we would put a studio out there and really make it so that I felt comfortable out there.
Mhm.
That could happen. Right now, there's no water, but there's electricity and heat.
Amazing.
I know, I know. So I know. So we are so excited. I did not think we would reach this point. I thought we were going to be really compromising a lot of, in particular, what I wanted in a home, to
Mhm.
just say this is what it's going to be. And we're going to realize 5 years down the line, this was the best choice because of this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And most of the houses we looked at were very small in comparison to what we have now. And I am a space person. I need space. Like I get very claustrophobic. So we both are so excited and so grateful that it
Mhm.
has worked the way it's working. And we're so excited.
Yes. Yes. And it's all going to happen in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yes. So maybe the next time we podcast will be after it's all happened. I can't
Yes.
imagine we'll podcast in 2 weeks.
No, we will be there the next time, which will be really fun. I'm going to have a fantastic, I always call it my wool room, where it'll be like not my yarn dyeing studio space, which is honestly going to be amazing because this room is kind of like where I do a lot of my making and I did all the dyeing in here. And the two don't really go really well together. Like,
right.
So I'm very excited about that. And then as time goes on, my studio space might be next door to it. We have a little space, but for now it's going to be in the kitchen because the kitchen's very big with 2 sink spaces, which with a giant old school Vermont mudroom, which I can wheel my oven into. I can store my yarn in for now, my undyed yarn. So I feel like we need to be there for a while before I can make those major decisions, because it is a major decision. We need to get plumbing to the room I want to use, which seems very feasible.
Yeah,
So,
which is right adjacent to the kitchen, right?
No,
For the dyeing?
The dye room is going to be upstairs.
Oh, okay.
There's a room in between all of the bedrooms. There's like a landing. It's not like my house now. There's a hallway, room. It's an actual landing. And rooms are off of that. Straight ahead is something that I would refer to as the closet room. It's just a room with closets. And that could be the dye studio.
Wow.
I know. It's so exciting. We're like beside ourselves excited about it.
Yeah. But you're going to move in and see how things flow and decide where you want to be with what.
Yeah. Yes. But I will be, I mean, the first person coming in probably the following week is the electrician. To give me the outlets I need in the kitchen area for now. And he's going to do some other work, not a lot on the house. So yeah, that's the first order of business. And then I'm back to work and I cannot wait.
Well, you haven't been able to dye a lot of yarn, but you've dyed fabric, and I have a big box of fabric that I'm ready to open up, and I cannot wait to get into my shop this weekend, which is Labor Day weekend here in the US.
Yes, and that was so fun. And I was kind of kicking myself, like, why didn't I start this earlier, dyeing fabric? But then I realized I couldn't because we had showings all the time. So So I had 2 weeks where I dyed up the fabric for Carrie's Christmas box. If you guys don't know about that, go check it out. The fabric is only in her box. It's not something I'm going to be dyeing. It's really nice.
And last I heard, she had a few left of her Christmas box.
Oh, yeah, see, I have no idea.
And that's Carrie from Tiger Lily Studio.
Yes. Yes. So that fabric, I would say in a year, I'll release it, but not before then. And that was super fun. She had a huge order. So I got that done. And then I got you a box, which made me feel so much better.
Yes. And in the box will be some Boston Tea Party, some Dunes at Dusk, Millstone, Old North Church, Low Tide, and Nor'easter. And I love the little drawing on the piece of paper that I got. That was Lily.
Whenever Lily's here, she sneaks into my office and draws on things.
I love it.
Love it because I open to a new page and there's a little Lily drawing.
Aww.
I know, because Chelsea was like, oh, I'm like, you know what? There's nothing in there that she can, like, everything is drawable. They're like all my like dye books and that kind of stuff, my notepad. So yeah, you got a Lily drawing on top of it all.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, and what I love about it is there's some 40, 36, and 18 in most of those colorways. All of them, it looks like, except Nor'easter, which is 20 count and 16 count.
Yes.
So that's very exciting.
What I did is I used up all the bolts I had, and then I found another bag. I can't believe it. I found another bag. So I wanted to not drag all this undyed fabric with us.
Yes.
So yeah, I just kind of like just kept cutting them off and dyeing them up.
Yes. And I know that Dunes, I believe, is being used by
Teresa?
Teresa Hoget for one of her new.
Yes, Dunes and Nor'easter. And I think that's why I included them because I had
Mhm.
also sent her some fabric for designing. So yeah. So
Yeah, and I do have some Nor'easter in the shop as well, which has been selling quite well, and that's probably why it's
why?
been
Yeah.
selling out of my shop lately.
So yeah.
So you all are hearing about the fabric, that the linen that's going to be dropping. I will have it in my shop Friday. So look for it Friday. The newsletter will be going out Saturday morning early. So newsletter people will know about it on Saturday. So if you are watching this, it will be in sometime Friday. I'm not sure when yet, but I always like to give you guys who watch us a little leg up because we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And I love our little community here on Floss Toss. So that's kind of how it's going to rock and roll.
Well, and I will tell you, I was super nervous. I always get nervous when I haven't dyed in a while. Like I probably don't know how to do it anymore. I probably lost every ounce of skill I ever had. Like yarn, I'm petrified right now. It's like, holy cow. But oh my gosh, I was so happy with it all.
Yes.
So happy.
Good. Good, good,
So I
good.
still got it for now. For now, I
Yeah,
still
of course. Of course. Okay,
I
so
would,
you have been so busy doing
yes.
lots
But
of
one last thing,
yeah.
I would like to start doing 46 count, I'm thinking. Have we already asked this question here? Like if people would be interested in 46?
I think we did, and they
Okay.
said yes.
Oh, okay, good. I think that's going to
Mhm.
happen with the next order I put in.
All right.
Okay, now I'm done. Sorry.
I'll sell it. Okay, so let's start with a little finished object time, shall we? You have a big one, so I have a little one. Let me
You
start
go
with a little.
first.
Yeah. So it's sort of finished. I found this
That's
little thing on the kind of clearancey section at Hobby Lobby, and it fit perfectly with my little Merry Christmas thing from last year.
Did you have to cut the circle or did they provide you with the circle?
This was a mirror, so I took the mirror out. It's wooden, and I thought I kind of liked it in the
Love it.
round. The
I
only
love
thing
it.
is this gap right here, so I may just put a little, I don't know, buttons, greenery, ribbon. I don't know. I could even stitch something there if I wanted to bring it more
You could
around.
do something as simple as putting the year in if you were interested in documenting.
I thought about it, but then I was like, I don't feel like pulling it out and stitching anymore. So I don't know. Do I need to put anything? I don't know. I mean,
I definitely go there to having a little bit of extra
yeah,
space, but I would be, how about like a gingerbread man button? You know how you
I
can
know.
buttons like that? Maybe a snowflake, couple buttons.
I know. I thought something will, I'll see something. I
You
know
will.
something will just hit me and it'll be
Yeah,
right. When I
you
pull
will.
out my Christmas tchotchkes, there's going to
Yeah.
be something floating around. So that's where we're at. Isn't it
I
cute?
love it. I love the color of it. I
Yeah,
love that trend of that color.
me
And I don't
too.
know if it's super trendy. I don't know if that's the right word, but I love that color and I love it for Christmas.
Yeah, me too. And it does match. In my picture, it's looking like it kind of doesn't match, but it is the same blue as the lighter shade. So yeah, I love it. So that's
Perfect.
my FO.
Okay, well,
All right.
mine is like monumental. Are you ready?
I am. Oh my gosh, you're looking up. So it's huge. Oh my gosh, you got stuff on it too. Look at that.
So
Ugh.
it's really hard to keep it Look at it.
Oh my gosh, your tree. Remember when that she started this, you guys, like a year ago? These are
I
the
am
ornaments.
so proud of my, so I have three more to go on. And in real life, it is stunning. And it's just a battery pack. And these are tiny little teeny lights at the end of some of the things.
These are the Satsuma ornaments, the Halloween ornaments.
This is one of the newer ones that I love.
And
And
your
so
new
I have three more that will go on the back. Look at it. It's stunning.
Tell us about your tree.
Yes, I'm going to tell you about the tree. So it's on Amazon. I was very disappointed when I opened it up. I thought, oh, I thought it was going to be wood. It's plastic. And then I did my usual, Sue, like, would you just give it a chance? You haven't even opened it. You haven't. I just jumped to conclusions so quickly. And so then it sat in the box and I'm like, no, I don't like it. And I wouldn't even take it out. And then I finally took it out and I started like making the branches where they go. And then I was like, I hadn't finished. I want to pull off an ornament. I had done the backing. So I did the velvet adhesive back. Darn it. Hold please. This is on Amazon too, and you get enough to do all of your ornaments plus your friends. So it's called felt fabric sheets.
Yeah.
It's not felt, it's velvet, and it's so nice. And so what I did is I took it, I'm trying to find one I'm working on. Hold please. Do you love this one? This was a grouping of 4 and it didn't have the black edging. So I was like, oh, is the black velvet going to work? Yes, it is.
It looks great. You can't even see.
I think it looks terrific.
Yeah.
So let me pull this out. So I take this is another one I'm working on, and I cut it, say there, across the bottom, and then I just lay it on the felt. I adhere it to felt, and then I just slowly take my scissors. I find the best paths with the least cutting kind of thing. It's kind of like a puzzle.
Yeah.
But I just cut them out, and they're so
they're amazing.
They're amazing. So and then we'll talk about the tree again. I'm sorry, I went off. So these are the 4 that I ordered with the white background. I think these are probably a little older, but I love them. So these are the last 2.
I love that ghost. His eyes are awesome.
Yeah, these don't use as many beads, and the beads and sequins add a lot when you add them on your tree with the lights. So I'm so
with the
proud of
lights, they add a lot.
Yes, and I'm so proud of myself because I vowed I was going to have this done, and I'm not really good at like actually doing it. I'm good at getting this much done and then not putting the hangers on. So then I was like, the other day, I'm like, I'm putting the hangers on. And so what I did for that, it was a little tricky. It's just black floss. And I went in, so it was 2 strands. I looped them. And so now you have 4 strands, and I went in from the back to the front. So the loops in the front, and then I got it to the length, and then a tiny little knot. Super fussy, frustrating, but worth it. So just a simple little.
Yeah.
So the tree was on Amazon. It's a 3-foot. I just put in black twig tree or stick tree. It's 3 feet. It's got the purple lights on it, and it's plastic. I'm sure it said it was plastic, but I wasn't paying attention. And then it's got this little battery box. Just turn it.
Oh, it's battery,
which can be a pain, but I want it, I think, on my dining room table. So I don't want to have cords everywhere.
No.
The only thing I try really hard in those kind of things is to remove batteries, like at the end of the season.
That's smart. Yes.
Yeah, I just removed the batteries. So that, and then I went and got these
Oh yeah.
to add on once I
Ooh.
didn't do it this time because I was like, I just have to pack all this stuff. I did as little
Yeah.
as possible, but I love the idea. Oh, that one's broken in there.
Oh
Um,
no.
I love the idea of having like all the colors.
Oh yeah.
It is all the colors.
Yes, that's perfect. And what
Yeah.
about a topper for it?
I hadn't thought about that. I'm
And
so
a skirt.
sorry.
You were talking about a skirt too. I loved
Yes,
your
so
idea.
I love the idea of doing, I'm totally into granny squares right now, like obsessed. As long
Me
as
too.
as long as we're talking Halloween, I feel like this should be shown at the
Yeah.
same.
Let's get right into our crochet. Sue and I are obsessed. Sue got me obsessed, I think, and I got obsessed in the Chicago yarn
Yes.
crawl with
I'm obsessed
granny
and I'm
skirt.
noticing there's a young, I think it's a young girl. I don't know if she has a partner in it or it's the same girl. I haven't
Hold
looked.
mine up while we're.
I
I'll just
love
hold
that.
mine up.
Yeah. I love it. So it's TS Crochet, I think. Go check her out because I am going to make a crochet sweater, like a granny square sweater.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obsessed.
My friend Becky in my knitting group is doing that right now. It's so cool.
I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Oh,
I'm on
yeah.
my
I mean,
second.
you're on your second blanket. This is, see, when Sue does not dye yarn and a lot of fabric, this is what Sue gets done.
Yeah, I have done so much all summer. So talk about yours because it's
Well,
beautiful.
no, tell us about your blanket. I just wanted to
Oh,
hold mine while you're
I
talking.
just, I'm calling it the Hocus Pocus Granny Square Blanket. It is, I'm not going to talk about who it's for here because I'm not sure who watches.
Mhm.
And it's simple. I'm not barely using a pattern. I'm just doing 3 circles and then I square it off. I'm 4 colors. I am using the Lion brand, and I'm telling you right now, it's on sale at Joanne Fabrics for 25% off. Lion brand Heartland.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. And I'm also doing a tree skirt that's over there. I'm so bad. Like
No, you're not.
crochet is really hard on your hands though, and I'm doing a little too much. Do you find that?
Well, if I do too much of anything, it's hard on my hands.
Yeah.
But
I don't
yeah.
notice it with knitting. I notice it with crochet.
Mhm. Yeah. Got to be careful. But oh, those colors are great. And you're right about the Heartland. It's so nice. And so is the Thick and Quick, which this is Lion brand Thick and Quick. I really like the Lion brand uh non-wool. Well, this is wool and acrylic mix,
Oh,
which is
okay.
really nice mix, the Thick and Quick.
Mhm.
But Thick and Quick, I think they have a worsted weight as well in the wool acrylic blend. But what your
So
Heartland is all acrylic,
is the
right?
Thick and Quick a lot like roving? Am I thinking of the right one, or does it have a twist?
It has a twist.
Oh yeah, I've used that. I
Mhm.
love that.
And the one I chose has a little gold. I thought, well, I'm going to go a little crazy with the gold sparkle in it. That's Thick and Quick.
Yeah,
Looks,
so
the wool band looks like Woolies Thick and Quick.
yeah, I love it. I think I've made a sweater out of that. Well, and
Really?
I'm not dyeing yarn. It's a killer. I am so spoiled between dyeing fabric and yarn. It's always at my beck and call, or I can go dye it. And I
Mm-hmm.
haven't had that. So I've been running to, like, I've been doing things that like acrylic works really well for.
Yes. And crochet eats up so much yarn.
So much yarn.
So much yarn. Your blanket would be like $1,000.
Okay, I have made one when I worked at the yarn shop. I would buy like 3 skeins a week and oh my gosh, I wish I remember the brand. It's the most gorgeous yarn. It's a cotton wool blend. It's my
Mhm.
$1 million crochet
Yeah,
blanket.
right. Exactly.
And,
Yeah.
and I got a discount, but it was hundreds.
Yeah. And I would never give that to anyone as a gift, just, I mean, for their sake. They want to be able to wash it and feel comfortable washing it. And today's acrylics, I've been going to a lot of like estate sales and flea markets and things, and I see the crochet blankets, and a lot of them you can tell if it's someone who's washed it a lot. The older acrylics, they get all pilly and kind of yucky, but the newer acrylics, they stay really nice too.
Yeah.
Like they're really nice.
And it's soft.
Some
This
of
whole
them.
is soft.
That Heartland is soft and
Soft.
it's, oh,
And
they're not your old grandma's acrylics anymore.
no. And it's funny because I went in and got I'll show it really quick, just as we're talking about it. I got all the stuff for the tree skirt.
Mm.
Like, I can't decide, is this truly like too grandma-y or is it totally cool?
It's totally cool right now, which is
I
so
think it is.
bizarre. Because if you go on to like Nordstrom or just some of the big stores, there's granny square everything.
Honestly, I didn't even know that they started doing this. I
Yeah,
find it so weird.
I was doing my granny squares, and George's girlfriend was like, "That's so cool." Even there's handbags and stuff. Granny square fanny sacks, I shouldn't say that word, that's a bad word in London, but like, what do they call them now? You're all screaming it, you know what I mean.
I know. Yeah. So I went and I got all these colors. I picked 10 colors. This is a red heart pattern on Ravelry. Just do granny square tree skirt. It will come up. And now I have to make 12 of these to go all the way around.
And those are squares.
12. And they taper in at the top.
Oh, okay.
And that's the reason they do. I'm trying to find the actual.
Oh, wow.
Kind of block them too.
That's so cool.
Yeah. They taper in at the top because you don't have any chains in between. That's how it tapers in. You don't change your numbers.
How smart.
So yeah, so I forgot how many, 6 or 7 done, and I need a total of 12.
How cool.
I know, aren't they beautiful?
And then is there going to be a border around that yet? How cute.
So 10 balls of the Lion brand, pick out your colors. So I went in and it's so funny in my 2M Fabrics, there's one woman that scares me. Like, cause she's like, pull up the app. It's there. And I'm like, okay. So I go to her because she scares me. I'm like, I know, I'm trying. So funny. But anyways, that night I was like, oh, I can't use a coupon because it's on sale, right? And she was a younger girl and she was so sweet. She goes, no, yeah, you can't, it's on sale, but I'm going to give you $15 off the whole order.
Oh, thank you.
They're so good there. So
wow.
I'm obsessed. I'm on to doilies next.
Oh my gosh.
And then a picture came up in one of my feeds from 10 years ago of their mandala hot pads that are crochet, but they're not granny squares. And I'm going to have to make those again because they're gorgeous.
From 10 years?
Chain stitch that overlies it all and creates a flower.
Yeah.
To die for.
I'm not going to get on the doily kick, I don't think. I'm not there yet, but if anyone can get me going, that would be you, Sue.
I know, you will be.
I haven't bought a project bag in so long, but this is velvety. And it was on the yarn crawl in Chicago, and it had the leather straps, and it's just so luscious.
You feel it.
So pretty. It's just nice. So pretty. So I had to get it made by the Windy City Knitter. I don't know.
Wow.
But it houses this project of mine. When I went to this, I was like, I need to have a project in mind to look for yarn for. And I was thinking I wanted to crochet. I wanted to do something with granny squares. What could it be? Well, I wanted to make some sort of granny square bag. I wanted to crochet some sort of bag, and I wanted to do granny squares. So let's do a granny square bag. And then I came across this pattern, and it's called the Sophia Tote Bag by Vanrey Knits, and it's
Love.
named after Sophia of the Golden Girls. She was
Yep.
quoted as saying, "Older women are forced to shed so many possessions in their later years that everything they own ends up in their purses."
Oh,
Nobody puts down their life very easily. I love that quote.
that's so true.
It is so true. So, and I didn't realize when I looked at the picture that what they use inside of there is actually Knit Collage. Their it's not yarn, it's their fabric, the sari fabric that they rip into strips and tie together. And so I went online, and it's really expensive. And so I was like, ooh, I don't think I'll use that. But what I'll do
Well,
is,
because it's going inside your crochet.
no, you crochet with the balls of that.
Oh, I've done that before. I've knit
Yes.
with
So I thought, well, I have some fabric that I'm not going to ever use. Why don't I make my own? So I started to rip up some fabric, and I made my own, fabric out of strips, and I thought, well, I'll start making my own balls of fabric and use that. And then I went on the yarn crawl, and the very first store we went to had the Knit Collage in their discount room. And they had the exact sample pack that I needed for the bag on discount, like big discount. It was on their like major discount.
Well, because it's geared towards a very particular customer, let's be honest.
It is. So I took that as a sign that I should just buy it. So I ended up getting all of the balls that you need of that just amazing yarn. I was in Chicago with Joyce, Ruby Moss Cottage.
Yeah.
And we both just about died when we look at how I take care of this yarn, though. It's been in a bag. I've used it, but it's so fun to work with. It's so great to have the actual
fabric. Did you actually start it yet?
Yeah, that's what I used for the inside.
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. When you were talking about the yarn, I thought you just meant, Rachel. Now I can see it now that I'm close.
Yeah. So I got the outside done.
Yes.
Yep. And now the inside is going to be some cool fabric. I'm going to line it, and I'm going to use that stiffer interfacing so that this doesn't get all wonky, because I want it to be a nice, still as light as possible. It's not that heavy. I thought it'd be much heavier. This is not that heavy of a yarn. I'm surprised. Yeah. Probably because it's mostly wool, I guess.
Yeah. Are you going to do the gorgeous leather handles too?
Yes, leather, or I've been looking for maybe like Bakelite or something
that is
70, like that plastic from the 70s, that brown, or I don't know, something funky. But I was thinking leather, like an old leather belt that I could make into something. I don't know, but I want just the right kind of vintagey floral fabric. I'm using everything. I'm repurposing things for it. So that's where I'm. Gosh. And then I want to get some sort of feet for it too. I'm going to put feet on the bottom. It calls for that. The pattern also calls for using boning.
That would make sense. Give it a little more structure.
Yeah, it actually calls for boning, not interfacing, but I thought I might just go for the interfacing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Great pattern.
I just think it's hysterical that all of a sudden, like, I'm obsessed, you're obsessed, like, and we didn't even talk about it, I don't think. I think it just like happened.
These things, we think they just happen, but I think
that's subliminal.
Yes, somebody's out there driving it. But then you and I talked also about an old project that you did in like another lifetime about using the
Oh, yeah.
I want to start
Using
that.
like a market bag.
Yes, that market bag project, and I have to print that out. Maybe we'll talk about that next time.
Yeah, because you know what, we will. I'll grab my mom's too when I'm at her house next
Yes.
so that we can see. Because
Yeah.
I don't own one. I made them for everyone I know but me.
Yes. So the concept, if you want to get yours ready, is to find one of those grocery bags, the reusable kind that you just get from the grocery store, and you use that as the base, and then you make it's like a 3x4 of granny squares, and then we're going to crochet the other portion around it. So you'll make 3x4 and a 3x4 on the two sides, and we'll crochet around, and that attaches to the market bag.
Now, when you say grocery bags around here, like, are you saying like canvas tote kind of grocery bags? Because
I wish I thought I
yeah,
had mine.
for me, it was more of we don't have those as grocery bags, but a canvas tote that is like rectangular and it's boxy and it has a handle.
Like one of these?
No, see, not that. More of a canvas. You can get them at like Joann Fabrics. I'm there a lot. I'll grab one.
Because the pattern that I was looking at uses this kind.
This is that. Wow.
Yeah, it's from the book. It's from the book Craftivism.
Because that's way bigger. That would require way more.
Yeah, that's why it's 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4.
See, I think I did 3x4, but they must have been much smaller. Like not as many rounds.
I mean, it's not that big.
Yes, but it's bigger it's wider too. It's way wider.
No. Huh. This is
like a tote bag from Joann's is probably half that width.
This would be, where's my ruler? This looks like about 12 inches by 13.
And what's the
when you open it, it is 8.
Yeah, see, it's definitely not that wide. The one I did.
Okay. Huh.
One I did was probably 3.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't matter.
No, because you make your grannies and you just hold them up to see if you've got enough, you've covered enough space. Yep.
Yeah. And then this already has kind of a canvasy, but you can attach whatever you want to it. I think you were talking about ribbon, or you just sew it on, basically.
Sew it on, and it just gives it a little more flair. They're so beautiful and they're so fun.
Yeah, so that's what Sue and I were talking about doing next.
I find it interesting that we were talking that, and I'm super excited about this. A lot of floss tubers are becoming knitters too, which is so exciting.
I know.
Because in my world, you need both. You need both because my knitting goes everywhere with me because it's so transportable. Now, stitching used to feel transportable to me. It doesn't as much anymore. Like it's more of a project to pull it out.
For sure.
And maybe that's just because we became knitters and pulling out a sock is so easy. But I love that people are enjoying it and wanting to try it. And that makes me so happy.
I know. It's so cool. It really is. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. And it's like, because I do feel like, are those all your sock tubes?
Yes. I've been going a little crazy with sock tubes.
It's so great. So you crank the tubes and then you put on the heels, toes, and cuffs.
Yeah. So I know, isn't that fun? I have an old vintage, it's a double bed machine, and it does lace weight through about sport to DK weight, and it's perfect for socks. It's not one of those Earl Bacher, I don't know how you say that. Yeah. It's a machine, it's the actual knitting machine that goes back and forth, but I've got a back bed and a front bed on it. So if you hook it up in a circular, you can do any size tube. So I could do a tube for a sweater size, a sleeve, and it's great for socks. And I could do the whole sock with the heel and the toe and everything, but I still like to hand knit, and I like to hand knit at knitting group and stuff. So I've been just making tubes, and it's been so fun to see what different socks turn into. Like this one is our friend Michelle's her
Hawaiian shirt. Is that Hawaiian shirt?
I think, is it Hawaiian shirt? I think it's the bear one.
Oh.
Dancing bears.
Oh yeah, I have that one. Now is that 2 pairs?
Well, this is one of her skeins.
Right.
This I could make, well, sometimes I will use a different skein for the toes and the heels. If I do that, I can definitely get 2 pairs of like a size 10. Now this will make 1 pair that go mid ankle, like just above the ankle for Brian, who's like a 13 and a half.
Yeah.
And maybe, but I can get like a bunch of shorties. This is long, like super long.
Super long. Like I see 2 full pairs of socks there. Well, maybe not. Or scarf.
I know. Yeah, I also can just like, I could just make cowls, and I can Kitchener it together, the tubes, it's super fun. Yeah, so that's a fun one. This was a knit circus. It's just kind of fun to see. These have been in my stash for so long.
Feels so good when you start doing that kind of stuff. I've been doing a lot of that, using stuff up.
Yeah, and this one, I actually did the ribbing on the machine a long time ago, and I was just going to toss it. And I'm like, wait a minute, I should do like a little Frankenstein thing and attach this to something else. So I just stuck the ribbing on my needles, and I'm going to find some other yarn and do like some scrappy socks with, this is the cuff. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm just having so much fun. What's this one? Oh, this was a pretty one too. Look at that one.
That's a Michelle, isn't it?
That's a lollipop yarn.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen lollipop.
That is a classic old one. That was, that actually came with a little ball for heels, toes, and
oh my gosh, those are so fun.
I know. So, here's another Michelle one. This is day hiking.
I've got a bunch of her yarn packed. I'm dying to find it and start using it.
Oh, pretty. So pretty. Anyways, so yeah.
I know. I love how both the worlds are merging for a lot of people. I feel like it's just so fun to always, I guess for me, it's like always learning new things. Like it's just so fun.
It is.
So fun.
So fun. So fun. So yeah. So that I have been doing a lot of socks this summer for sure. And then I pulled out all of my fall stitching. Got to get back into that. And I just have been doing so much whatnot and flea market thrifting and going to estate sales and thinking I want to add some more things to my shop that other stitchers would be interested in, knitting people, items in my shop that you could use to finish your stitching. So I've been acquiring some fun things that I'll be slowly adding to the shop, like just vintagey fabrics that I've been acquiring. I know. So I'll be you'll see some things sprinkled in. I don't know what I'm going to be calling that section, but I thought I would just kind of show some fun things. Check this lady out.
Oh,
look at her.
How can you not want to keep everything though?
I don't know.
Because it's unique. It's not like you're buying 5 of anything.
I know.
That's
red, little, and then this is the pincushion on her head.
Oh my God, that'll be gone in a minute.
I think it was, this is like probably, I don't know, 50s, 60s. Super cute. And then I came across this, which we've seen these. which I'm gonna maybe refinish. I don't know. But I mean, it was peanuts, needs a little, I love
Yeah.
the patina and I love the cushion on it. I just need some cleaning.
Yeah. It's very cute.
Yeah, these are always so cute.
Fun for your sewing room. That reminds me of something that Lori Holt would have in her sewing room.
Yeah. And then I have been always drawn, I forget the name of the designer, New York something. They do the rolling pin stitches, and she has it's there's one that's I'll put a picture of it here. It's cookie baking, and it's got little images of cookie, like Christmas cookies on it, and then you mount it on an actual rolling pin.
Kind
And
of rings a bell.
I came across this, and it's got the hanger on it and everything.
Wow.
Now the rolling pin, I have a couple of these. I've got a fatter rolling pin that would probably look even better for that, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect thing for that. So, and I actually placed the order at this past weekend was the needlework market, the online needlework, which I
Yes.
got a bunch of new stuff that should be coming into the shop shortly for that. But that was one of the things I ordered and came across this. So I was very excited. And then, I come across these crewel pieces, and sometimes they're like, I don't think I'd want it in the shop, or they're huge and there's no way I'd want to ship it. But then you come across these cute little already framed, and they're just in great shape.
Yes.
I mean, how cute is that?
I know. I did all of that.
Yeah. And look at, like,
Oh my gosh.
I know. Do not
Hysterical.
pick. Look at that little hedgehog picking that flower.
Hysterical.
And so I feel like I'm saving these. Like, I think I got this from Goodwill.
Wow.
It was just going to probably get dumped.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm saving it.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I have to start doing some thrifting, especially now having an older house again.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, look at all
I'm,
this.
I don't need to go through it all, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be doing this on Whatnot, which maybe I will be. I don't know. But like, I come across,
Is that Dresden?
they're all Dresdens.
Wow.
Somebody just wanted to get rid of all these Dresdens. Some of them are just kind of, they're easy to get off the white backing. They're
Yeah.
just pinned on here. Some are not, but they're just so pretty. You could use them for backs of projects.
I feel like those kind of things, you have to have such a creative brain to use them like amazingly. That reminds me of something like Sue Spargo would then do some amazing embroidery on top of it.
Make a pillow. Find
It just
another
let
patterned fabric on the back. Yeah, Sue Spargo would then embroider something on here, or put your cross stitch round in the center and then mount it.
Yeah, and even embroider over all those panels, like you can add so much. You could actually embroider some of the flowers, right?
Totally. But I mean, this is all vintage fabric. This is all fabric from like the 30s, 40s, 50s, really.
Wow.
So yeah, and it all smells good. It's not like, and then there's all these really adorable, in good shape. I don't really pick up anything that I don't think is in good shape, but these tea towels. I just think they're cute. Like, I mean, we buy these tea towels from who knows where. Why not have nicely embroidered tea towels? So, I mean, they're just cute. There's a whole series of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's wash day. And it's on the, this really pretty ticking. And somebody did that, just pretty stitching.
Feels like Carrie. That's her, like on her bed. Yeah.
Little that would be so pretty in your coffee area.
Yeah.
And then you just, come across, this isn't stitching related, but it sure looks like.
You could though.
It's just so pretty. And then along the same lines, it's like, find these aprons that I think are so cute.
Yes. I'm an
So
apron girl.
I
I
love
like
this
aprons.
apron. It's such a, I don't pick them up as much as but it's a double-sided, big pocket
Wow.
in the
Yeah, I
middle.
need
This one has 2 pockets for your tools in the front and back. You can
love
see
it.
you wearing this when you dye, you know, your stuff.
When you die, I'm not gonna die. I mean dying.
Why? Yeah.
Bye.
And then we got like pillowcases that have never been used, but look at the crochet in the center and on the outside.
Yeah.
Got a couple of pairs of those that why not?
This is so my grandmother. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, and they're in really good shape. 2 pairs, like these pillowcases have, and it's soft, you know? What's
I
that?
always had pillowcases that were embroidered when I was a little girl.
Me too. I know.
Always.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's so fun. Like there's something about pillowcases that are very like special when you go to, I don't know, it's weird.
Look at this one, this is like a masterpiece of the whole
Yeah.
thing is stitched. Just one, it's got a bird in the center. Can't see the bird very well in the picture, but it's right there holding the branch. And then this one, well, maybe the color isn't my favorite. Big butterflies, it's cut and then crocheted.
Oh yeah.
Super pretty. This sweet little kitty cat, tiny little baby pillow with a kitty cat. You could just get the eyes on the cat again, a little darker.
So
I
funny.
just thought it would be fun. Almost done. And then just some tablecloth, tableware. I mean, just super pretty stuff. Crocheted on borders. This one, I was like, what in the world is this? But it's a roosters on both sides.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
I love that. I could see that on a bread basket or hanging on both sides, you know?
Or even a runner on your table.
Runner. Yeah, on your table for sure with like a candle on this one. Oh, the lace on this one is just gorgeous. Look at that. I love that border. Isn't that beautiful?
That's beautiful.
I know. And then I've got a couple of tablecloths that are just stunning. This one's just cute with lots of little motifs all over. I love that lace.
Yeah.
That crocheted lace.
Oh.
But
God, my grandmother.
This round tablecloth, I think I'm gonna keep this one because it's so cool. Well, I think it is. Get the right side. It's got this.
Wow.
I know.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. The practical person in me looks at that though, and I think I would never want to eat off of that. And for me, it's like if it's not usable, I feel it's too stressful to own. But it's beautiful. I guess if you just put it on and didn't eat on it.
I don't know.
I would be and I hate that when I'm like, don't spill anything on it. Like everything I use is like, if you spill, it's no big deal.
Yeah, it's really not. I mean, you just use Oxy.
I know, that's true. That is true.
This one was yellow. And I used this stuff. I should have brought it in here. I'll put the name of it down below because somebody had told me about it. You soak it. You do a pre-soak with this granular stuff first with hot water for 15 minutes. I put this in and it started to fizz and the water turned dark brown. It was so gross. And then after it stopped fizzing, I drained it, squeezed it out and rinsed. And then I soaked it again in that same stuff for 8 hours and it came out completely white. And it is so cool. This is so cool. I took a chance on it because I loved the motif so much. This is the coolest tablecloth.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
So cool.
I know.
Do you think it's easier to do that process knowing that you didn't put the work into it?
Well, and this isn't even stitched. This is all it's just like a linen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I always think that when it's my work that's gone into it, I don't want to risk it. If it was someone else's that I didn't know, I think I'd be like, oh, I'm okay with that. Like it's a risk, but I'll try it.
For sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because it's not stitched and it was so grungy and like peanuts, I was like, we're gonna try it.
What a great opportunity to try the process though.
Yeah, because I was like, well, if it bleeds or I didn't know what this old fabric would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my last little find was this little laundry.
Oh my gosh. So you know what that reminds me of? I used to, because I'm a clothesline girl.
Yes.
I actually like to think I'm going to be able to have one in my new house. Like I like a pulley clothesline.
Oh.
I used to have bags similar to that with the clothespins in that you hung.
My mom and grandma had those too, and I wonder what happened to them.
Yeah, you can still buy them because
neat.
I have an amazing clothesline here, but I haven't used it in a long time. But I'm a clothesline girl.
I need to look for those when I'm out and about. I bet I have a few things that people might be interested in too in the shop. I still have a bunch of these from last year. I made these bundles of fall. They were from last year's expo, last August, and they're all fall designs using the cottage garden flosses. And I've got, I'll just open one up so you can see. There's Liz Matthews.
I remember this.
Yes. I've got Pansy Patch Gardens, Autumn Crow in there. Happy Fall, y'all.
Gotta go down a little.
It's got, I love Tiny Modernist. I love that one.
Yes.
And it even comes with the little stitch marker and then a little packet with all the flosses you need for all of those. Those are in the shop. So if you're interested in that fall stitching bundle, they're still in the shop. I have a few left of those. And I also got a new batch. School's, started. So maybe you want to have the little red schoolhouse. This was really popular. It's been selling still very steadily with the schoolhouse red.
I love that.
I love this one too, so much. So I've got a few left of those. And I've got a couple left of this autumn cloche.
Oh, I love that.
Very popular one. It looks so good on Sue's nor'easter.
Yeah. That's what I would stitch it on. It's so beautiful. I've seen people have done it.
I've got it in the shop with the NPI silk. So check that out.
Dying to stitch a lot again.
Oh, me too. Once I get everything out again and going, for sure. I just got this in the mail yesterday, I believe. I got Liz's new, this will be in the shop this weekend too. Mary, what is this? We're on the 9th day of Christmas. So yes. And she also has a new sampler tree.
I love them.
Which is another thing I don't have with me. I have been getting a bunch of vintage glass frogs as well for these trees. I've got about 6 of them. I'll put those in my shop too.
I really want to get back to the trees. I haven't even made a dent in the trees.
I like to stitch Christmas in the holiday time. Like now I'll start getting back into it.
See, and I've been doing
all year,
fall and Halloween all year, mostly that, I have to say.
Yeah.
I started a great new fall piece.
You have it with you?
Show you? Yes.
Yeah.
So I started it for the girls because they are very much into living by a calendar. It helps them to keep their expectations of what's going on a little more reined in. And like, we used to not even be able to discuss when we were coming, and sometimes we just show up. But now,
Yeah.
quite often, we can, Chelsea will put it on the calendar, and that has been helpful. So Lily's favorite holiday is Halloween. So this is the spooky countdown. A bunch of people have been working on this by the Primitive Hair.
Mm-hmm.
I love it so much. I've actually gotten a lot done.
Oh, wow.
I should really iron.
Oh, that looks so as usual when you see it in real life. It's so
I like.
cool.
And this is, I don't know what fabric this is. Actually, this is a picture of this plus de bloom, I think.
Mhm. That is so cute.
Yes, and it's 40 count. And I'm telling you, I'm having a really hard time with this piece because it's, first of all, it's 40 count, which I'm really fine with, but it's different when you're not doing stitching, you're doing back stitching and moving. It's
Oh,
easier to make mistakes because I want to set up the blocks. So I could have
oh,
had at least 4 more blocks done, but I've been doing so much ripping out.
oh,
I know. And like I started, I thought it was only 3 squares in between, and no, it's 4. So I had to then, I didn't rip them all out. I just dropped the designs a little, did things like that. Like this one,
yeah,
I added an extra row. But if you look here, like there's not a lot of connections.
yeah. There's
So
not.
I'm finding I'm making a lot of mistakes, and it's super annoying. But
Yeah,
isn't
but
it
you can't
terrific?
tell. In the end, you can't tell, and it's so cute. Oh, that owl on the books there is so cute.
It's so cute. And I would love to get something that they could move from, but I don't know how to do that actually.
Oh, hmm.
A magnet would be ideal, but it's
Yeah.
not magnetic. And,
Hmm.
it'll be on foam core, and you don't really want to be adhering and pulling away.
A
You know what I
pin
mean?
might be nice. Just a pin.
Might be just a pin that you could, that's true, might be able to do that. But I
Yeah.
hoped I was going to get it done for this Halloween, and that's not going to happen, which is fine. I do
You need
love
a you need a little witch pin or something like a that flies or
I
a cat.
know it needs something,
Yeah.
but I'm telling you, I am all about Halloween right now. Like, I
Yeah.
do think it's my favorite
Mhm.
design, color kind of holiday.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I just love it so much. So that was
Yeah.
I think that was the only other one. And then all the ornaments. I
And
wanted, oh,
yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, I mean, let's just say your new place is across from a
Cemetery.
cemetery as well. So it's perfect.
It
I'm
is.
seeing your yard with like
I
you
know.
can decorate a little.
I thought I had Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow here, but maybe I didn't pull it out of the bag. I worked on that a little. I would like, well, this is going to have to be my Halloween piece for sure. That has to get done next year. And maybe, because I won't do any more ornaments. I've done all well, once I finish, that's
Mhm.
all I'm going to do. So maybe those will be my 2 focuses for Halloween next year.
Mhm.
I love it.
Yeah. 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 Very good. Trying to think what other I've just got a few fall things that I have not really pulled out yet. Next time I will have them in full force.
Yes, and this one, I have 2 more that aren't Halloween, but I
Mm-hmm.
love it. And this was a stitch along, a Carolyn Manning. I want to call it Carol Channing.
Yeah, Carol, let's just call it Carol Channing. That's
Call it the
fun.
Carol Channing along. And I put quite a bit of time into this, and now I haven't pulled it out again. But I got quite
Carol.
a bit done.
I bet half our viewers don't even know who Carol Channing.
I
No,
know.
I think we're like the 60 and older crowd in our
I
viewership. So
and
most of us know Carol Channing.
I know, and I saw her at our local theater, which is in Hartford in Hello Dolly. Was she in Hello
Uh,
Dolly?
Probably.
But I never saw her because our seats were so bad that it was like everyone's going like this the whole
Oh,
time.
oh,
But I heard her. She's amazing.
hello, dollar. How does she talk?
She has that
Yeah.
raspy voice.
Hi.
Yeah. So yeah, so oh my gosh, I was a little obsessed.
That's beautiful. Oh my
I can't
gosh.
remember. Am I all the way across?
It looks like it. I mean, it's so straight.
I am. So that's the width.
Wow.
Yeah. It's very fun stitching. Very fun. And I'm doing it on just plain old 16 count Ada
Hmm.
with one strand,
Hmm.
maybe 18. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
I love it.
Very nice. I feel like I'm forgetting something that I stitched on.
I know.
What
But
are
you,
that?
I went through a stitching phase this summer
Yeah.
where I was stitching a ton. Oh, didn't know that was there. But what I do want to pull out, this is going to be, I think, a focus piece for this year because it was my last year's birthday start. And Carrie and is it Sarah? I think it's Sarah.
Yes, Sarah.
Doing
Mhm.
this. And they
She
kept,
has a podcast now too.
yes. And they were
Mhm.
like, join us. And I'm so bad at actually posting anything.
Mhm.
But I just needed them to see how much I have done, which is nothing.
It's
And I
something.
and I really thought I think birthday starts are so great because it gives you a goal, but I really missed
Mhm.
this. So I don't think I'm going to do one this year. I'm going to stick with this because I love it so much.
Mhm.
And so what this is would be nice if you got to
Yeah.
see. I have it's Jane Hopkins, but I don't have a good
No.
picture.
Oh my gosh. That one is so beautiful in real life. That
It's so unique, and that's why I love it. I don't have a sampler that looks like this, so I'm super excited.
it's
And
so
did I
intense.
mention
Mm.
it's so intense? Did I mention I have great wall space in this house?
No, I mean I knew that, but you haven't mentioned that to everyone.
Great. And most houses I looked at had horrible wall space, and that was a part of it. For me, that was like, there's no space on the walls.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I just got into like yesterday. I'm so excited about this. I love selling these panels that you can make into bags, and they sell really well in my shop. So I think a lot of people really, really like having them. This is the Jane, the latest Jane Austen panel.
Oh my goodness.
This will be in our shop. It makes bags, zipper bag panel, Pride and Prejudice. So I
And
think
who's the designer of that?
just Riley Blake.
Probably like,
Yeah. So I will look for these as well. I'll post them this weekend too, but just to get an idea of the fabric that the bags will be made out of. I'll probably pair it. I'll see how much zipper I have. I'll just pair it with a cream colored zipper probably because I don't think it came with zipper, like a zipper pack like Lori Holtz do, but that came in. And then I
yes.
had some Christmas fabric too. I try and pick out the 10 by 10 packs. What do you call these again? People are yelling it out. Not charm packs.
Nope.
10-inch stackers, I think they're called by
But
Riley. But I try and pick them out so that they're good for, backings and for when you're framing things and whatnot. But I got the Peace on Earth, which I just love that toile. It's a Peace on Earth, Riley Blake Designs by My Mind's Eye. And I love how you can kind of see what like this, some of the,
yes.
it's got a nice variety of things you can use for backing some of your items. And then I got Arrival of Winter by Sandy Gervais. I love her color palette that she uses, and she's got nice smaller motifs and some plaids and solids and dots and just nice
Really nice.
Really nice that will carry you into winter.
I'm really hoping with my wool room that I get to quilting.
Oh yeah. And then Twas is another, it's a fun, oh my gosh, I love this one. This is Jill Howarth. Twas, it's a real retro Santa with the Christmas tree, retro Santa, kind of like that vintagey Santa, Howard, Holt Howard. He was that designer of the vintage Santas in the 50s and 60s that are really popular, but really cool. Look at that outdoor scene. That would be a lot of fun. And I love the stripes as well for backings and other.
Perfect if you do
Yeah.
finishing.
And then I still do have some. These are kind of hard to find. You don't see a lot of these. I still have some in my shop. Christmas Village, Catherine Lenius. I still have some of this if you're looking for it. Really cool. And Snowed In, I still have.
Oh, I love that one.
I love this one. Awesome for backing. I love these diagonal plaids. And I actually still have some Liberty Christmas.
Oh, wow.
I got a lot of it last year. So this is perfect for pillows and backings and whatnot. And then I did get Pride and Prejudice as well. Perfect for, I mean, look at it, it's got lots of, this is ideal for any kind of stitching, backing. I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm getting so much stuff in the shop, guys.
And if we're talking no Christmas though, sorry, I did just get something from your shop, and Instagram in the morning, people are joining in.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so excited about these. I'm not letting myself until the Halloweens are done because I want to finish that entire project.
Yes, I have those in the shop. They're going fast and I'm trying to reorder more. It's been a little challenging.
I love them. And what I think I'm going to do is try to find a white tree, even like a birch tree.
Ooh.
And then have the same kind of setup with, because I feel like these are so special. They might go on my tree. I don't want to say I'm not going to put them on my tree, but I'd prefer to have them have their own display.
I love that idea.
I'm hoping she's going to come out with more of the 12 Days of Christmas because I really love them. But again, I constantly look at the pictures and go, really, why did I think that's so great? And then I stitch it. And the pictures, it's not even possible for them to show what they're like. And they're so vibrant and unique, and you just can't go by the pictures. So I just keep saying, well, I like the colors. I like the design. I know it's way better than what I'm looking at.
Yeah. When I met her at, in Nashville, she had them all up on trees, the Halloween and the Christmas, and to see them in real life, it's like they're heirlooms. They're like, I really do believe they're like the ornaments that your kids or your grandkids, when you're gone, are going to fight over.
Yes.
Like, they're sparkly, they're vintagey already. You know,
yet they're very
modern.
I would say sophisticated in their
unique.
Own way.
Yeah.
There's just something like they don't even look, you know how like homemade can be very homemade.
Yes.
And even in the finishing, I thought, oh, the finishing is going to ruin it. Like, because I'm not a finisher. Not at all.
No.
Simple as can be. Sharp scissors. Oh gosh.
Yeah. The finishing doesn't have to be all, challenging or fancy, or, you don't have to go crazy. It's simple. What's really, you're showing off the design that she made an amazing design, and the beads and the sequins on there show off. I mean, it just sparkles. And again, I love, can you show your tree again? Is it possible? Like really hold it still so we can see the ornaments. And then picture it now with the lights on and the baubles on there.
You're not
That'll
getting,
that'll be so cute.
like, look at that.
You're gonna add stuff to it as well as time goes. I can see like
Yes.
some of that spider web stuff, maybe.
I was almost looking for like,
Black.
what do you call icicles, but in like colors, you know, like
Sparkly.
the icicles that you hang from a tree, but in like
Mhm.
colors. And
Yeah,
but
yeah.
look at how stunning that is.
Yeah, that's very imaginative.
And the colors are,
Mhm.
I don't see them as looking dated as far as color choices. That
Mm-mm.
is one of the things, and I bet you that's why people are more drawn towards samplers, because they don't,
Hmm.
well, some do, but a lot of
Mhm.
times samplers just hold it forever. It's like
Yeah.
color choices, yeah, maybe that's why I go towards Halloween, because like those colors are those colors.
Mhm.
Not like when I was designing, oh my gosh, my pieces are so trendy. Because of the colors. Because those were the colors that were in then. And I look at them and go, oh my God, those colors.
Well, maybe it's too close in time. Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh,
That could be. That could be.
who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I love those. I can't wait to get started on the Christmas because I really want to do the Christmas ones.
So fun. Just get started.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, because even last night I was back to the one that I haven't finished, the cat. And I was like, oh, I still have to finish this. And then I started going, I was like, oh no, I love this. Like I
Mhm.
didn't feel like, oh, I have to finish them.
Mhm. Well, good. Well, well, I think we've we've taken, yeah, I think we're good. I
I
can't think
think
of
so
anything
too.
else.
I feel I know, I feel like this was the kind of a like get back in the groove, but we had too many like things going on at the same time. But I feel like once we get back to a normal schedule, that's super helpful too. And
Yes.
I feel like probably in 3 weeks at tops, and we'll be ready to go in the house, and which will be fun. It'll be fun
Yeah.
so that people can kind of see the new
Oh,
surroundings,
I
and
know.
it's going to be much better than this. Let's just say that.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. I
I
know.
mean,
In the meantime, check out our shop, my shop. I will have the fabric in the shop. Also, check out, I probably will be doing a whatnot very soon. I don't have the date
yes.
yet.
So
And
Whatnot is an app that you have to download. It's a free app, and you are Treehouse Fiber Arts on
I
it.
am, yep, I'm Treehouse Fiber Arts on
I'll
it. I will,
follow you.
but the best way, I guess, is to sign up for my newsletter because I will be having any information on the newsletter this weekend for my
Okay.
next whatnot sale, which I probably will have a lot of what I showed on the next sale. I have a feeling.
Very fun. And for all of you floss tubers that are becoming knitters, oh my gosh, treat yourself to some Legacy Fiber Arts yarn. The shop will be relaunching in, I believe, the beginning of October will be the relaunch. And we still have a tiny, tiny, tiny handful of our Christmas offerings that are pre-orders.
Ooh, that's right. You
So,
do.
not many, not many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which leads me to the final thing we need to talk about is the Legacy Fiber Arts Knit Your Stash Cal, which is coming to an end on Monday, which is
Monday, Labor
Labor
Day.
Day
Can you
weekend.
believe that
Yep,
that much time has gone by?
that much time has gone by. I have
So
all, yes.
the last time we podcasted, floss
Mhm.
tossed, whatever, was when we started to clear out the shop. Oh my God,
Yes,
it feels like a century ago.
I know. And I have already drawn the July winner, and I've
Oh,
written that person's name down, and I can announce that person's name. I just cannot announce what they have won yet because I have not contacted. I mean, I guess I could because they know, and we'll just hold off. We're going to announce the July winner. We're going to draw for the August winner, and we will also mention that if you have any finished objects you would like to have part of the final draw, which is the I believe it's four categories that you can see on my website. If you go onto treehousefiberarts.com, you'll see in the navigation section, click on the mail or the cal, whatever we're calling it.
I don't know.
Click on that. You'll see the four different categories on there. Send me an email with a picture and your name, and you're entered to be in that drawing. So send it to the email address on there.
The prizes are amazing, those four prizes. I don't remember what they are. I remember there's an Advent. There's a 4 Sundays of Advent. There's a gift certificate. And there's a sweaters quantity of yarn from us.
You're doing so good. Let me tell you what we have. So we have one Legacy Fiber Arts Advent 2023, one Legacy Fiber Arts Sundays of Advent 2023, one sweaters quantity of Legacy Fiber Arts yarn, a $100 gift certificate to Legacy Fiber Arts, and a $75 gift certificate to treehousefiberarts.com.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yes.
And the gift certificate will be handed right out, but I would encourage you to wait till we get our shop really up and running, unless you want to use it for a Christmas thing.
Yeah,
if
that's
there's any left by then.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right. So yes. And yep. And I'm using that hashtag, which I'm putting right here, for the August draw still. And that's just any works in progress that have been posted during the month of August. So you still have time for that.
So exciting.
Hey,
So
okay.
exciting.
So exciting. Thank you. We have gotten so many great pictures, and people were really into it. So
yeah, I'm
Big
very,
time.
very grateful for that. We have such amazing customers, and
You do.
we do.
Really.
We really do. And we are so grateful for every one of them. I mean, they've supported us. We're on year 8, I think. And it's been like crazy when you think about it. And they, a lot have become friends, and it's just so nice. It's so nice.
It's a family. I mean, you do have really, it's just a nice group.
Yeah, it really is. And they stand by us for everything we do. And it's amazing. We don't take it lightly, especially having closed down the business for the summer. That's a really scary thing as a small business owner, to take that plunge and just say, we have to, we don't have a choice.
Right.
And it can be really scary. And I didn't feel it. I felt like we've got this, we'll come back strong, and, like, be excited. But it's not easy to do as a small business owner. So
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
okay, I have freezers to clean out. I have cupboards to wash down. I'm a busy woman here. Let's just face it, all I'm going to do is crochet for the rest of the day.
I was going to say. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you on the next episode of What Are We Floss Tots?
The two of us together are just a hot mess sometimes. We've done it.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my goodness.